collective. I'm left with no words. I'm left literally with no words. I don't know. The download I just got on my walk home, and then I grabbed my Who's Who deck, right? The one I made. I just like, I needed to make sense of the energy I was receiving, right? So I'm like, who is this? Like, what's this energy I'm feeling? Because I couldn't place it. It was weird. Like, there's literally no words to put into perspective of what's actually going on here. And then I came up with that title because of the cards that come out. Gotta love it when somebody's not invited to the silly hat party and they come up late to the party with no silly hat. All right. Anyway, we're gonna get into it tonight. The coffee is hot. So far, all I got is what a joke. That's all I got. What a joke. Well, there's lots more, but I haven't wrapped my head around it yet. Some people's children. That's all I gotta say. Some people's children. Some people's children. Anyhow, I hope you're all doing well tonight. We're gonna get into this collective read because you very well could be dealing with an absolute joke. Like, I'm not for making fun of people, but come on. We're talking about a karmic Gemini. Okay, now not all Geminis are karmic. It all depends on whether or not they're bitter or they're going through some things or they're just, any sign could be in a karmic, right? Tonight, we're talking about a karmic Gemini. And they decided to go after a starseed. And we got beautiful Nightmare out here. Master Manifester in the reverse. Mr. and Mrs. Destructo supervillain. Okay. So the energy I'm getting is this karmic Gemini decided to go after, you know, get into their villain and try to take out this chosen starseed that's actually here to help the planet. And they failed epically. They didn't even realize that this starseed was a cosmic emperor. Anyhow, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Because this particular beautiful nightmare, I tell you, nightmares, putting it lightly. Everything they decided to do literally backfired in their face. Their whole plan. Everything they sought out to do against this starseed literally blew up in their face. Now, I'm also getting cancer energy involved in this too as well, which I kind of find hilarious and bittersweet, if that's even the right word I'm supposed to use. And since this download's come in, I've just been nothing but giggles. Like, touch not my anointed, and no weapons formed will prosper. Anyway, this dumbass thought that they were going to cloak themselves as a friend. And this so-called destructo villain, super villain, that was supposed to come in and be infiltrated into your energy in such a way that it was supposed to be unknown and cloaked. The plan was that they would be made out to be a savior for you, and that's when all the real magic was supposed to happen. Meanwhile, as you know, okay, um, when you're in your karmic energy, I've spoke about this on my live before. When you're in your karmic energy, you're best not to do any type of manifesting or magic because it usually comes out a little skewed. Um, the only thing that is recommended is you do some sort of healing, right? But anything directed out to anybody else, it automatically backfires because you're not vibing at the particular vibe you need for that particular type of magic. It's Magic 101, really. Anyway, I just find it funny that there was a friend that turned enemy and didn't want to take accountability for the anger that they held within them. So they somewhat hired someone to try to destroy you, but do it in such a way that you wouldn't even know, right? It's actually quite priceless. It's quite priceless. Trust me, I'm giggling, I'm laughing hysterically on the inside. Oh, just picture the Three Stooges all in one person. And now they're running scared because their whole plan not only backfired, okay, but it literally blew up in their face. Oh man, it's priceless. I must admit, it's priceless. So anyway, we're gonna go into it and we're gonna clarify it with the cards tonight. And I'm gonna start off with this Mr. or Miss Destructo supervillain card, and we're gonna dive a little deeper into it, just for good measure. So if you guys want to laugh for a change, you might want to stick around. I have a feeling it's going to be a good night. A collective message, if you guys, and this is going to my chosen and whatnot, you guys might be feeling a shift and things might be lightening up, and it's because the spell's been broken. There's an overall spell that's been put over the collective to try to deceive us, and it's been broken. I got intel from that earlier today. So, light always wins, collective. Always remember that. Always choose the light. Okay? Always choose the light. Don't ever get yourself down to the point where you're weak enough to lose the light that's within you. Okay? If you always stay in your higher vibe, you're literally untouchable. Now, if you got people getting under your skin, you got to learn on how to not allow it to trigger you. Okay? What do we got? Inner knowing. Yeah, you're 10 steps ahead. You're 10 steps ahead. Okay? You're 10 steps ahead. You're winning. Okay? If you are a light worker, you are winning. You are on the right track. Keep going. I don't care how tiring it gets. Take some time out for yourself. We got the goose. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident. You will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry. You are blessed. Let yourself fly. Okay? So, to my chosen, to my light workers, we got unicorn on the bottom of the deck. I'll read that one too. Um, I said that we were going to be jumping to a higher timeline, a more protected timeline. Some of us are not going to have to change location. Okay? You're getting extra protection at your location because some of it's just not feasible. Okay? For some of us, we will be relocated. Okay? And at this time, you need to be moving in silence. Don't be telling anybody where you're going. They don't need to know, right? The only ones that might need to know are the ones that you hold close to you. But I wouldn't even trust that. People don't need to know your own personal business, right? And you don't know whether or not people are intercepted or if they are ops or if they are handlers or whatever the case. Be vigilant. Use your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, act accordingly. That's why you have your intuition within you. All right? Unicorn, infinite possibilities. I want to read that one. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. So listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. To my chosen, it's just about time. My earth angels, my light workers, it's just about time. cat, independent. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. Ram, perseverance, and like I said, keep going. If you're in your North Node, if you're a healer, if you are following your purpose, if you are following your inner voice, your inner light, your inner compass, however you want to look at it, you are on the right track. You have many gifts. No problems can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will follow. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, the ones that are going to be relocating as far as like it's a divinely protected timeline. So some of us won't have to move, some of us won't have to relocate, some of us will. It all depends on the state the of the environment. But the only way to truly be in the stillness, you need a safe place. And if you're not in a safe place, if you don't feel safe, you'll be relocated. It's either that or whatever you feel safe about will be neutralized. That's the joys of being divinely guided, guarded, and protected. For the most part, you don't even have to lift a finger. That's why I say the divine sees all, the divine knows all, and once the divine knows other people's intentions and if they're ill, that's where the whole weapons will may form, but they will not prosper. Because the divine wants to see how far these so-called villains are going to go. The reason why I've been giggling so much is because they're being made out to be a laughing stock. Like it's absolutely embarrassing how they think that they can just deny the divine and think that it's not going to do what it needs to do. Welcome in. Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. The collective's going to be pretty cool, I think. It's going to be a good night. Just going to finish this smoke. Check out the comments. Welcome in, members, subscribers. Thank you so much for your support ongoing. If tonight's message resonates with you and you'd like to donate to the channel, to my new viewers, welcome in. to my subscribers, welcome back. It's all greatly appreciated, any support that can be given. This is my bread and butter. I very much appreciate and very grateful. You can go ahead and order a reading as well. Just follow the link in the description box. I'm going to go into the Steampunk deck because that's my karmic deck. Where the steam is. Let's see what's going on. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, so we're going to look into this Mr. or Mrs. Destructo, whoever they are. So we've got the Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck, so they definitely want to fight. They're frustrated. They're losing their shit right now. Mr. and Miss Destructo, who are we talking about? Ten of Wands. Apparently it's not over yet. Apparently all their fun isn't over yet. Okay. They're relentless. I don't know. I've had quite a few days of just peace, and I'm very grateful for it. A Tower and Eight of Swords in the reverse. So they're having a tower that you already know their plan ahead of time. And this is why they're so pissed off. Right? You're not in your head about it. You know exactly what's going on. You're not trapped like they want you to be. You're actually quite at peace for the most part. And they're way out of their comfort zone. Way out of their comfort zone. And everything that they put together, like everything that they assessed that was supposed to work out, it literally fell apart at the seams. It literally fell apart at the seams, even after re-evaluating everything. Justice will always prevail. All right? Justice will always prevail, specifically in the spiritual realm. And the fact that it's already trickling down, that you are receiving victory, total wish fulfillment. Miracles are about to happen for you, collective. And I'm talking to my chosen. Miracles. Your wishes are about to be granted. And this is what the problem is. It doesn't matter what they do to ruin you. Everything's coming to light. There's going to be some sort of messages come in soon, okay? And this dumbass they can't rest, okay? They can't rest, right? That they're watching to see what happens. They're watching to see how it goes down, but it's not going down. Anyway, they're worn out. They got no strength left. As relentless as they are, clarity is coming. There's information coming in. The truth is coming in, and that's where the justice is. Destructo, what's their problem? Like, what goes around comes around. This Mr. or Mrs. Destructo needs a new job. They got fired. Okay? They literally got fired. And They actually have to take accountability for what they did. And it literally sent them into a dark night of the soul and a total awakening. They played stupid games, they won stupid prizes, is the best way to put it. It's quite funny. Everything that they thought that they were going to do to you, they didn't think it through very well. I must admit. They didn't think it through at all. That what is coming to light is going to piss you off. So you're being asked to not engage, to not get pissed off. You have to understand where it's coming from. All right? Please, just understand where it's coming from. It's laughable. Okay? Yes, you know what? If you were in this unhealed space that they wanted you to be, it would have been devastating. Okay? But the fact that you've healed, the fact that you're stepping up, the fact that you're in your north node, it's like you don't you have no spoons left. You give no fucks. It's like, really? Are you really that desperate? Are you really that desperate to be in the collective's energy that you got to do this kind of stuff in order to have some sort of association? So apparently they called the authorities and said that you either stole something or they made something up and they literally had nothing to back it. They had nothing to back it. No proof, nothing to back it at all. And they made themselves look like an idiot. Okay? And because there was already reports out that there was some sort of sabotage going on, it actually rose a red flag. And now these people are being investigated. Anyway, I think this is priceless. That what is done in the dark is coming to light. We've got the sun and the moon in your favor with this, okay? The magic of the ages is in your favor, okay? That's how, yeah, just focus on yourself right now. This is your time to be selfish, all right, Chosen? This is your time to be selfish. And the whole thing about being selfish is we know we're not going to take it to a dark place, right? We're not going to take it to a place where we're going to, discredit others. We're not going to put others down. I find this laughable. I'm just, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because the divine works in very mysterious ways. And it's definitely got a sense of humor, I'll tell you. That's why I'm laughing. Okay? Absolutely everything they did fell apart. Okay? We could be talking about a karmic Aries as well involved, but ultimately they tried to they this is the cat card and it was in the reverse, right? So it's all coming to light about the manipulation and about the selfishness that they had about you, okay? The manipulation, the lies, the deception, and the fact that it sent them into an awakening because of their karma that they received, right? They tried to steal your spiritual inheritance, right? That was divinely anointed onto you. Nothing can change that. Confirmation. Yeah, you got nothing but good fortune on your way, okay? And they're literally going to be shook when that arrives. Because not only did everything that they tried to get up against you didn't work, you're now receiving something beautiful and it's automatically protected. Anyway, I find it funny that despite all of this, what they've done, it's just, it doesn't amount to anything. It was a waste of their time. And everything that you put into any of this relationship, as far as a friendship or whatever it might have been with this particular person, it was just an illusion. They were acting, and everything that you said to them went in one ear and out the other. Okay, everything, absolutely everything. That's why they tried to trigger you, and you would come forward and talk about it, and you'd try to resolve and get back on the same table and that kind of thing with it, and to have some sort of an understanding, only for them to just go back and continue to doing what they were doing in the first place, right? So this is a total act. It was just to get a rise out of you. It was to frustrate you. And you were dealing with an energy vampire, okay? That's literally the only talent that they had, right? They were good at siphoning energy. Other than that, all their spell work, all their voodoo, all their mirror magic, and I get a picture in my head that they're literally sweeping the mirror off the floor, right? The mirror magic blew up in their face. So there very well could be people, because they were doing beauty magic too, trying to ruin your beauty, trying to make you look like you're pretty well dying, right? They were trying to suck the life out of you. So there's mirror magic. The mirror blew up in their face. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have some sort of wounds on their face of some degree. So that's an indication. If somebody has come into your reality one day and they have a band-aid or a bandage over their face, and they got some stupid ass excuse as to why they've got this bandage on their face, chances are you know your culprit. One sure way of knowing who your villains are is asking spirit, asking the divine to reveal them to you, right? So it is what it is. The main thing is that I think they've had a bit of an awakening as to maybe they should just stay in their own backyard. We're going to find out what they were trying to manifest. Spirit, what were they trying to manifest that blew up in their face? Oh, Hierophant in reverse. So now they have no protection. They have no connection to their guides. They have no connection to their spirit guides. They have no connection to the angels. No connection to the divine. They're literally, what else? Master Manifestor reverse. Hmm. They wanted an equal give and take with you, right? But it didn't happen. It really didn't happen. You, I think what happened here is that, you know, it was an illusion, right? And you sensed it right away. You know, they were giving, but they were taking more energy than what they were giving, right? They were almost too thirsty. It's almost like they were dehydrated from energy. Yeah. They tried to put you in a tower, and every time they put you in a tower, it was 10 times less than what you were supposed to receive, right? So anything like elements, ailments, whatever, that they put towards you, it might have given you a little itch here and there just to say, yo, somebody's doing something. And that way you could acknowledge it and rebuke it. But it was just basically an indicator to basically say there was some people with this particular energetic frequency that was doing shit to you. And they wonder how we figure it out. But yeah, anyhow. Ah, some people's children. Yeah. They didn't want you balancing out, they wanted you juggling. They wanted you in your head. And look at them now. They don't know what to think. They don't even know how to balance everything because it's all falling apart. And it's all because they don't know what to say. They're speechless. They can't see you, they can't watch you anymore. They're all blocked out. Justice. They wanted justice. Didn't work out for them. Not getting justice at all. They wanted to ruin your talents. They wanted to take those talents away, whatever they might be. They wanted everything that you touched to turn to shit. And now look at them. Juanita, welcome in, honey. Yeah, they tried to get the toxic out of their life by focusing on themselves, and it all went to shit in a handbasket, right? Because once you left, they thought that you were doing shit, so they started doing shit, not realizing, you know, what they were trying to get rid of was their own karma for doing you wrong. Like, there's nothing gonna stop karma. The only thing that's gonna stop karma is if you realize and learn the lesson, right? And that's the trick to karma. But you gotta authentically learn the lesson, and you gotta pledge to do better. Yeah. All of this standing up to you really didn't work out either. This whole idea of dumping out your cup really didn't work out either. Hilarious. Hilarious. What else blew up in their face, Clutch? What else blew up in their face? The people that they were talking to are now fighting with them because the whole plan went to shit. And now it's narcissist against the narcissist and the narcissist against the monkeys. And the monkeys are going after the narcissist, and it's just this big, huge brawl. They can't figure it out. And they're shook on how you figured it out. Yeah. I knew there was a water. I knew there was water here somewhere. Okay. We could have a cancer here trying to resolve and reconcile. I don't know. Could be. They might be coming in, but you're told to put your guard up when they do call. Yeah, because they wanted to expose you, right? They wanted to expose you and basically end your life. They wanted to take this whole idea that you had any type of validity and turn it in. They didn't want you seen, they wanted you hidden, right? And that died off real quick. All their death magic didn't touch you. It actually backfired in their face. I wouldn't be surprised if they had animals. They might have lost their animals. They tried to break your heart. They tried to kill your spirit. They almost succeeded. There's the Knight of Cups. They're bitter. They've got no compassion whatsoever. Any compassion they have is used for manipulation. Yeah. They reassessed and rechecked and dotted their I's and crossed their T's and made sure everything was going to be going as planned. It went as planned, all right. It helped you rise. It helped you learn lessons. It helped you bring yourself to a new frequency. I find it laughable. I find it laughable. Yeah, the truth is coming out. The truth will set you free. Clarity, downloads, spirit speaking with you. People are coming forward and wanting to apologize. They don't want to catch this karma. Now they're coming at you wanting to repent. For good measure, they should. It's the only way out. Really. It's really the only way out. Yeah. They're shook about your strength. They tried to take that, and now they're weak. They're weaker than what they are and what they were from the beginning of it all. They're weaker now than what they were. They're literally just about dehydrated. You know those late night infomercials with that dehydrator to make those snacks. Yeah, they might as well just lay out in that and just bask in the heat. Become a jerky treat or something. Some people's children. Welcome in if you're new here. Welcome back if you've been here before, if you're a subscriber. We're going to look into this beautiful nightmare that they claim to be. Okay? They turn their whole life into a fucking nightmare, but they tried to do that to you. And it's laughable. It really is. It's laughable. I missed you a bit, Third Juanita. I'm glad you're back. So, what was so beautiful about this nightmare, Spirit? Please, enlighten us. What's so beautiful about this nightmare? Hmm. That's creepy. I thought I had the Two of Cups in my mind, okay? And they're all up in their head about this so-called union or relationship, right? I'm also getting that this whole relationship, this so-called union, okay, that was botched from the beginning, okay? It was all just an act. It was all just to get you all trapped up in your head. It wasn't even real. Okay, they did it for entertainment. And quite frankly, they were paid to do it. Okay? They were literally paid to do it. That's the feeling I'm getting. They were paid to rip your heart out. And when that didn't work, they tried to get this supervillain to literally dehydrate you of your energy. And they tried black magic, manifestation, whatever, And that even blew up in their face, right? So there was a lot of money, there was a lot of time, there was a lot of energy put into this to take you out in many different ways. They wanted to do it in such a covert way that it would work with your psychology and they would rip you apart mindfully and within your heart space. They wanted to get you from the inside out. So they sent numerous people in, one after another, after another, after another, acting like they were something beneficial to you, only to find out that later on that, when it all came down in from the download, that they were all handlers to begin with, to keep an eye on you and to find out where your whereabouts was, right? Because everything that they've done to you over the years, you were always 10 steps ahead. You always seemed to miss the traps that were being set for you, right? Because you followed your intuition. If it just didn't feel right, you just didn't go, right? So all these traps, all this nightmare that they tried to bring in into your life, it literally blew up in their face, and now they're trapped in their head, right? Because their consciousness now is getting the better of them about this so-called union. I think you got to them, collective. But having that type of light, and the fact that they might have had a great awakening, right? All at the catalyst of trying to end you. Anyway, let's just say you made a skeptic a believer and stripped them of their dignity without even sweating. That's the energy I'm getting. Yeah. Eight of Cups. Now they can't walk off. Now they can't walk away because they're too invested in this, right? This is where that relentlessness is coming from. It's either that or they give up their soul, they give up their wish fulfillment, right? Here they are trying to get at you. It's like this challenge, and they can't even get at you. Judgment. Judgment's being had. What about this beautiful nightmare? Tell me more. Yeah. I'm kind of getting this feeling that the hitman fell in love with you. That's the feeling I'm getting. That they can't seem to get you out of their head now. Yeah, they're reevaluating everything that they did. Yeah, Page of Swords in reverse and Nine of Swords. Yeah, they're devastated. They can't even watch you. They can't see you anymore. They very well could have been incarcerated for the lies and the deception, right? And now they don't want to fight anymore. Imagine that. Imagine that. They don't want to fight anymore. Let's sigh. The world, yeah. They want to end this cycle. They don't want to be outed. They don't want to, they want to try to deal with this behind the scenes. They don't want to be put in the limelight. All for the manipulation. Hmm. The Magician and the Emperor in reverse. So he very well could be on the run. He very well could be on the run. If it's a him, they very well could be on the run, trying to run away from their accountability, trying to run away from run away to calmer waters. You can run, but you can never hide. Page, yeah, they want a new beginning. They just don't know how to come at you with the new beginning. I'm sorry I tried to kill you, but I kind of fell in love with you. Fuck, man, make it make sense. Ten of Wands, you're done with this bullshit. You're done with this bullshit. You're just gonna laugh it off. You're just gonna laugh at them when they show up. Really, it's it's too funny. Yeah, they're gonna show up, and you're gonna be in this energy. Yeah, you're gonna see right through their shit. You're gonna you intimidate the shit right out of them to begin with, and now they're all up in their emotions, right? Because of all the illusions they casted and all that sneaky shit that they did to you, thinking that they were gonna get you to react, and you didn't. It's pitiful, literally. They wanted to miss out. They wanted you to miss out on some sort of blessings. Meanwhile, they were just put on hold, and they missed out on that actual job contract that they were hired for to unalive you or whatever it was supposed to be. Oh, they're a laughing joke, and now they're losing everything. They're literally losing everything. They'll never have this cup right side up again, right? They're gonna live like it upside down. Like it's their whole structure of who they are is like discombobulating. It's disintegrating. Yeah, beautiful. Hey, they did it to themselves. I got no mercy. And somehow they're going to come in with this stupid ass little breadcrumb offer to try to soften the blow. They can try, but it's probably too late. Everything that they touch is turning to shit. And Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. They actually might have been thrown out in the cold. They might be actually homeless. But then again, they wanted that for you too, right? They wanted you helpless in a ditch somewhere, right? That's what they wanted. But they very well could be helpless in a ditch somewhere now. Who knows? You know? And they're sad. They're sad. You might be sad for them too, right? We have emotion. You know, we have compassion for people. But I don't know. This is a no mercy kind of situation. You know, it's kind of laughable. It's kind of sad. But you're talking about a sad individual that's supposed to be a beautiful nightmare that can't even. They can't even. They can't. That's the point. They can't. They can't even. Priceless. A walking stock of the underworld. All this sabotage. Like, I don't know about you, but as a karmic Gemini, all right, if you're in this energy, like maybe you don't have to be a karmic Gemini, but when you're in a non-communicative and you suck at communication, right, and you try to put together a plan with people, you might want to try to work on that communication. This is why it's important to learn lessons, right? It gives you the chance to step up and out of this karmic energy, right? And I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I think it would take. I don't like to assume, but I think it would have to take particularly good communication, all right, in order to create plans that would actually come to fruition and not blow up in your face. I don't know. I could be wrong. I find it funny, laughable, laughable. Yeah. This Empress here tried to bring a tower to the Empress. It didn't really work out very well because all it did is make this Empress's cutoff game real strong, and it helped them to see the truth. And to be honest, I think that was the beautiful nightmare. The fact that the nightmare that they tried to bring you became their own nightmare and their own demise. And not only reputation, but within their whole understanding as to what their purpose should be here on Earth. This whole idea that they wanted to wreak havoc on other people's lives and to end up, screwing with the wrong one and having their whole plan turn into that beautiful nightmare that they wished for you. If that doesn't cause an awakening, I don't know what does. So, if you guys got some questions and you want some answers, I do have a coaching session available on my Hipsy link. The information is in the description box. So, if you need some coaching of some sort, spiritually or intellectually, or to find your purpose, or whatever the case may be, and you want to book an appointment, you can go ahead and do that there. I'm not answering any questions tonight. I might answer questions in the chat, but I'm going to save that for the collective consciousness and the overall collective reading tonight. Okay. If you'd like to book a personal, it's on the same link in the Hipsy link. If you by chance have Instagram and you have me on Instagram, I did post a live over there. So there's a part 1 and part 2. If you have it, you can go check it out. Anyway, we're going to look into this karmic Gemini to see what the hell is, and I'm saving the Starseed card for last, just because. What's going on with this Gemini? What the hell is their purpose in this whole supposed destructive demise? They were the one creating some of the illusion. And I get the feeling that this karmic Gemini, this was 2 people. Maybe 2, maybe 3 different people, but I'm getting emphasis on 2 people. And it very well could be 2 karmic Geminis at this point. I'm also getting a karmic water sign, like quite possibly a Pisces, quite possibly a Scorpio, quite possibly a Cancer as well, or all 3. There's definitely air and water sign in behind the scenes with this. Do I follow back on Instagram? Chances are I will, providing you have something interesting to share. What's going on, Spirit? Alright, we got the Strength card and the Tower reversed. So everything that this karmic Gemini did to you, it literally only made you stronger. It only invoked your inner warrior. It helped you come online. It helped you snap into your new rebirth, and everything they went up against you with, it ended up helping you glow up. It helped you rise. It took you out of this unstable foundation with the Tower card here. It was like sandpaper to wood. It only smoothed your edges and made you more beautiful. And this was due to their manifestations, right? Because they wanted your beauty, they wanted your light, they wanted your glow, right? And they didn't want to do the work for it. And being in this karmic energy, they literally had no match, no match got up against you. None of these energies did, and it's because you come from a place in your heart and your soul where you're in balance. Okay, we got the strength card here with the 8 here, the infinity at the top. What's going on with this Gemini, this karmic Gemini? Yeah, now they're having to bring back and give back everything that they took. So if it was energetically, oh, and they're pissed about it too. They are so pissed about it, right? They're pissed about it that you are getting blessings. They're quite livid. They're losing their shit, all because you're being blessed. And it looks like they can't even watch you anymore. It's infuriating to watch you. Yeah. They just want the pain to end. They just want it to end, right? You might have cut them off to some degree. What else about this karmic Gemini? Make it make sense, will you? 6 of Pentacles. They want an equal give and take, right? But here they want to come in and manipulate it out of you. But they're stuck. They don't know how to come at you because you're going to read them. You're going to read right through them. Come on. Tell me more about this karmic Gemini, like we really want to know. Yeah, they want to heal things with you now. And I'm getting this is the hitman that wants to heal things with you. The one that wants an equal give and take with you. This one here, they might have been in blackmail. There might have been some sort of blackmail against them from a past situation that they had partaken, right? And there's one particular person which was your hitman, and then there was another particular person that um, you've got your dispatch, right? You've got your main person, which I'm thinking this is the Cancer energy, okay? Because they're all butthurt that they're not powerful. They're an absolute disgrace, really. Um, and this is like a karmic Cancer, okay? I'm not talking about divine cancers, okay? You guys are very emotionally balanced, like you're nothing like this karmic Cancer, okay? Bitter, like bittersweet isn't even a word in their language, okay? There's no such thing as sweet. It's just bitter, okay? Um, anyway, there's this Cancer energy that's behind it all, okay? And they dispatched these 2 karmic Geminis, okay, who don't know each other, and it was made to be that way, okay? Because the 2 karmic Geminis, they weren't supposed to have any type of association because it would have been too much of a heat score for their situation to work out, right? So they really thought this plan out of how they wanted to do it, okay? The 1 karmic Gemini would get your attention, right? That one would love bomb you. That one would hook you in. That one would try to break your heart. and rip you apart and take you down to nothing. And then the second Gemini would play against the first Gemini and try to pull you away from them, right? So the second Gemini was the so-called superhero, but really the supervillain. Meanwhile, the first Gemini was the beautiful nightmare. Okay? It was an absolute laughing stock because they fell in love with you. Anyway, I think both of the Geminis fell in love with you. And that's what's really at their head. That's what's really got them in their fields. That's what's really got them trapped up in their head. Because deep down, they know that you're a good person. They know you got a heart of gold. And so their consciousness is getting at them beyond the darkness and saying, "You're an idiot. You're a dumbass. What the actual hell were you thinking? You know better than this," right? And they're livid now that all their sneaky shit didn't work. All their sneaky shit didn't work. And there very well could be a karmic Aries involved with this too. Because they needed moles. They needed moles and infiltration, and even this karmic Aries ended up getting found out. So a lot of this bullshit going down, they didn't really think it through. Because when you're dealing with an empath, when you're dealing with an intuitive, when you're dealing with a starseed, when you're dealing with someone of like that doesn't even live here, that's not of this world, that's very very sensitive, and they read energy. Like starseeds, they read energy. They don't need your astro sign. They don't need fuck all. They just read your energy, and what they read is what it is. It's the way it is, right? They don't need none of this dumbass jargon of what month were you born and what time. And no, to them it's buffoonery at this point because all they have to do is tap into the energy, and the energy never lies, right? So it doesn't matter what sign you are, where you are in the planet. And that's where some people they can't wrap their head around how people get so connected and so sensitive with these energies and these gifts. And what most people don't realize is a lot of people have these gifts, but they lay dormant within themselves, right? And that's the thing, having belief in yourself, having the possibilities that you might have these gifts in the first place, and allowing them to tap on and tap in and turn on. It's miracles, magic. It's a beautiful thing. And it's all part of living the divine life. So, anyway, these two karmic Geminis, they don't know each other. And they are associated and know each other through the Cancer individual. Okay? The Cancer individual got them all together to go do this stuff. And I think the Cancer individual was hired to be a handler to get information from you. And they weren't even able to get the information from you that they needed. Um, Bad actor. That's all I got to say. Bad actors. Like if I was the producer of, let's say, Stranger Things, and by the way, they're looking for people for Stranger Things. So if you want to be in the Stranger Things, this isn't an endorsement, but if you want to be part of the Stranger Things cast, they're hiring. Anyhow, I don't know. But if the producer of Stranger Things was hiring them, they'd probably get fired real quick. They've literally got no. They're empty shells of bitterness. So Anyway, it was all because you called them all on their shit, and this is why they hate you, collective. You called them on their shit. You seen right through their bullshit, and they tried to deny it, and you seen through that too. You caught them in lies. You caught them behind with deception, and all their stories they don't match up. They don't make sense. The math ain't mathing, right? And all it took was a little bit of reflection, which it's impossible for them to do, right? The only time they're going to reflect is when they're planning and scheming to rip you apart, right? And when you're in your higher vibe, they have no possibility of even penetrating your mind or your heart. And it's because you're in this higher vibe, okay? And if you're sensing or hearing sound effects, it's the couch, just in case you're wondering. Anyhow, these deceptive morons thought that they had this plan all figured out, and it's almost laughable that they can't even find their way out of a cardboard box, okay? And it's pretty sad that they think that they were smarter than you, collective. It's pretty laughable. It's extremely laughable. Like a walking joke. I'm getting visions of them like screaming and having tantrums and like breaking stuff. And then sitting down and like, oh, why did I just do that? And regretting their little tantrums, right? Because not only are they doing these tantrums in front of other people, right? They're doing this and they're ruining their own things. They're so infuriated by the fact that their shit didn't work out that they're now destroying their own place. They're destroying their own things, right? And that's the laughable part. They don't have 1 ounce of self control. And had they had an ounce of self control, they wouldn't have played you to begin with, right? But there was a lot of money on the line. There's a lot of money on the line, right? All those forged inheritance forms and all that behind the scenes, just waiting for you to die, right? And they've been paying these insurance things with bank accounts with your name on it. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Anyway, it's all coming out in the wash. It's all being illuminated. Everything is falling apart, and you're gonna be star. You're gonna get your flowers. You're gonna get your blessings. Your blessings are gonna come in. You're gonna be able to live out the rest of your life doing the things that you love. And the whole thing is these people brought communities and enforcement and services of some sort in on it too. They played these people. They're good at lying. They're good at deceiving people. That's for sure, right? But after you demask them, it's very hard for them to get any type of credibility because literally all they have left is lies to rely on, right? And all these lies are literally falling at the wayside and making them even look more like a joke. It's actually quite hilarious when you think about it. Anyway, let's look into the starseed, and then I'll do a general collector for you guys because I got 51 people in the chat tonight. I welcome you all in. Thank you so much for joining. If you have any favorite affirmations and you'd like to put them in the chat, you can go ahead and do so. There may be somebody that might need an affirmation at this time, need a little bit of a pick-me-up. So any affirmations you might have that you want to bless upon the collective, by all means. Let's try to keep the chat on topic. And again, if you'd like a personal reading, hit the description box, and all the links are there below. All right, Starseed, you might be overthinking right now. You might be restless. You might be feeling a little off. You might be just getting out of a time of hermit mode. You might be getting restless. You might want to be getting outside. You might be wanting to go for a walk. Um, Connect with your intuition. You're probably always tapped in, but just take a moment to be in the stillness and ask if it's safe for you to venture out and listen to your intuition along the way. If it tells you to take a different way, take a different way. Okay? Understand that you're divinely guided, guarded, and protected, and this is why you have an intuition. So stay in tune with it and know that you are protected, knowing that if you have to go out, then you're good. Now, if you find that you have a bit of an anxiety and it's saying no, do not go, then just stay home, you know, or wait till a later date and then seek guidance again, saying, look, there's been some time. Is there any chance I can at least go to the store, and come back? I went through that like last week or the week after the week before that, and I even consulted my cards. I'm like, can I go? Can I go here? Can I go there? And it's pretty well telling me, nope, you're staying home. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll stay home. Like, it is what it is. But I found out that there was a couple shootings, there was a couple robberies, there was a whole bunch of different accidents. So it was basically confirmed to me as to why I should have stayed home anyway. Because my route, I would have been right in line with that particular situation. So if you're feeling that the divine is steering you away from a particular situation, listen, don't tune it out. Starseed, you're going to be taking a new step in a new direction. All right, we got the Eight of Cups and the Fool going on to calmer waters. Just like I said, this is confirming the divine timeline change. We're going into a higher vibe timeline. So we very well could be in the same place, unless that frequency of that place is lower vibe. Um, Chances are we are put in particular places to raise the vibration of certain places, right? So what's going on with the starseed? Could be a fire sign. We've got the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Looking beautiful. Inside and out, just like usual. Alright, talk to me about the starseed spirit. What's going on? Hmm. Knight of Wands. What's going on with the Starseed? Talk to me about the Starseed. Hmm. Some of you might be feeling a little bit defeated. Okay, this is glamour magic. Okay, this is just glamour magic. You very well could have your defenses down because you're feeling defeated, and because you're probably getting over a cold or getting over ascension symptoms, or you know, a bunch of different things. You could be having allergies right now. Your immune system might be out of whack because of the stress, because of the confusion, because of all this crap that was going on. But you need to empower yourself. You need to get up and out of that vibration. Okay, and you do that by bringing yourself in mindfully to a happy memory or a happy moment in your life. And if you don't have one, create one. Okay? All right. What are we going on with the star seed? What we got going on with the star seed? Yeah, you're moving on to new pastures. You're moving on to the future. You're making a decision if you are currently in a relationship that's not working. You're making a decision to make a plan to leave. You could very well be with your handler. So be very mindful as to how you execute this leave of absence, because some of them very well could get a little rickety rockety. You need to be planning in silence, all right? And then when the time is arise, spirit will tell you when it's time to go, all right? Spirit will indicate to you whether or not you will be relocated ahead of time, so you can have time to get yourself prepared for it, okay? All this talk about being ready, it's one thing to be ready, but it's another thing to not bring any type of heat score to you, okay? But know that your way forward will be divinely connected and divinely orchestrated, and you will know step by step as to what and where and how, okay? There will be no wonder, there will be no question, there will be no idea that, it'll be uncertain to you. The reason why is the divine understands the confusion that you've dealt with, and they're going to bring you peace of mind with that. All right, to know that there is no question as to the direction that you're going. The way will be lit up, and the way will be clear for you. Tell me more. Some of you are too stubborn to heal and rise into your higher vibration. So you are required to either assimilate to your intuition of what your intuition is telling you, or you'll be put back into another karmic cycle. And I don't think you'll be left behind, but this karmic cycle will be a breadcrumb, all right? It will look significantly valued, but it will be a breadcrumb, and you'll know this by how it makes you feel. Because it's going to make you question yourself, right? It very well could throw a hot toddy in your way and try to distract you and to say, are you really ready for this? Are you really ready for this? You want to get back into another karmic cycle, or do you want to go ahead and heal this now? Do you want to go back into this tornado and the storm for another round, or do you want to finally, flip that cup right side up and, you know, clean it out and make it right? Right? So that's the question that the divine is going to bring to you. All right? And you're going to have to choose and trust that the divine's got something way better on its way. All right? Yeah, so we got the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This is somebody quite possibly from the past coming back. All right? some of them are actually seeing you for who you are now. They very well could offer you something, but it's going to bring you into this position of indecision. You're not going to be able to make up a choice, right? You're going to have a hard time to make this choice. But this is supposed to bring you some sort of hope for the future, right? But all it's going to do is make you question, right? It's going to make you question yourself. It's going to make you reflect. And it's mainly because you're allowing this distraction to happen when all you should be doing is thinking about yourself. Otherwise, these blessings that are coming in are going to be at a halt, right? So there very well could be old people from your past coming back in to try to distract you from these blessings that are about to show up in your reality, right? But your intuition is guiding you through all of this. Understand? What do we got going on with the starseed spirit? Yeah, be patient. The ships are coming in. Everything is going to be working out in divine favor. But this is about you surrendering to the divine favor, right? You're not overthinking it, and you're manifesting your best life. This is what you're supposed to be focusing on, okay? Focusing on your manifestation of what you want to come in, right? You got a Ten of Cups on its way, right? A divinely protected Ten of Cups that doesn't include a hitman. Yeah, it doesn't include lies, it doesn't include illusion, it doesn't include any of that. Yeah, you're coming out of the worst part of your life, collective. All right? You're finally coming out of that part. You're learning the lessons, and you're at the point of receiving those blessings. The spirit just wants to make sure that that's what you're wanting. Is that you're not going to turn around and go back into a karmic cycle again. It wants to know that you're learning the lessons that it's saying to you. Now, everything that was destroyed is going to come back 10 times better. Okay? Anything that was falling apart and there's no room for reconciliation, it's being replaced. So if you need to let go of this old matrix and let it fall behind you, let it fall behind you. Because there's such a better situation coming in for you, right? And being a chosen one, being a light worker, an earth angel, we are the keepers of Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, as she goes through her transfer from the age of Pisces into Aquarius. This is our main job here on Earth, is to help with the raising of the frequency into the higher vibe, right? This is ultimately our main purpose here on Earth, all right? And this is to counteract the darkness. Yeah, this is the last bit, collective. This is the last bit, right? You're going to be able to nurture your stability from now on, all right? This is what I mean by rising into a higher, more protected timeline. Okay, this is about you making the actions necessary to step into your north node in order to step into your higher vibe. Okay, people are going to want to come in and reconcile with you to take you out of that vibe, right? They want you to meet them at their level, and that is not your job anymore. You're not here to lower your level and lower your standards and lower your expectations of other people. Okay, they are to rise and meet you. Okay, so if they can't meet you, they're not meant for your frequency, right? Let them go. Some people are only in our life for a season, some people are for a reason. And You'll know who these people are as they come in and ebb and flow into your life. All right? But you just have to trust in the divine to know that what's meant for you will stay. What's not meant for you will feel uncomfortable. It'll feel it won't match up. It won't feel right. And this will help you distinguish which one is a season and which one is a reason. All right? Some of you are going through a dark night of the soul. You very well could be coming up and out of that right now. And you are needing to show compassion to yourself in that healing process. You are not behind, okay? You are going through that last session before you step into your power, okay? So understand that when you're looking at the whole scheme and the whole situation, it's all happening in divine timing. As long as you are listening to your intuition and you're staying tapped in, things are working as it should. Okay? So if you're feeling like you're behind or that you need to rush, don't. Okay? Don't think that you need to rush because you don't. Right? Everything is happening in divine timing. We've already won up in the spiritual cosmic courts, and it's now just trickling down. So all the shift that's happening right now is all in divine timing. Everything is happening on point. It might look chaotic to our 3D self, but it's really not. It's basically doing some spring cleaning, some deep cleaning, cleaning out the cobwebs, you know. So you are going to get downloads, you are going to get information that's going to be coming in. It very well could be slow, but it's coming in. You're no longer in your head, you know what direction you're going in, and if you don't, you're meant to stay in place. And the reason why you're meant to stay in place is and hold in place is because you are meant to be there. You're meant to raise your frequency in that place. So you very well could be put in the projects. You could be put in places that might not necessarily have the highest vibe. Um, uh, the safety rate very well could be questionable where they put you, and you need to trust in the divine that it's all for a purpose, and you are that beacon of light for that particular area, which helps to raise the frequency of that area. So there's reasons why you're put in different places, and that's why you are moved to those places, and that's why you are required to keep tapped in with your intuition. What are they missing, Spirit? What are they missing? Some of you still have sneaky shit going on. Some of you need to be working in silence. Some of you need to shut your mouth. Some of you need to speak up. But either way, you'll be called to do that as it goes. All right? Now, there's this destructo that's coming in that wants to have some sort of an equal give and take. They want to give you something. It's only a distraction. Okay? If you have any people that you have bad mojo with, or you have a bad vibe with, or are giving off a bad vibe, and they're offering you anything, don't accept it. Okay? Because it's probably got some sort of an intentional energy connected to it. It very well could have some sort of a infiltration within it. It could very well have a mic attached to get certain intel. They're thinking of anything and everything to try to deceive you, to try to get information to use against you. Um, they're doing everything, right? And again, it's going to blow up in their face, right? Because everything that they're going to do, everything that they're going to get it's going to be pointless. It's not going to be held up in anything. They're wasting their time, right? So you need to be working in silence. You need to be guarding your finances. You need to be maybe being a little bit frugal. Don't be spending so much money if you have it. Yeah, you need to be resting. You need to be healing because the battle's far from over. Okay? there's still some things that we need to go through. And part of it is taking out the trash, allowing uh, any type of addictions to be let go of. Anything that's no longer serving you needs to take a hike. I'm planning on maybe quitting smoking soon. Um, I just got to build up my courage to deal with the nightmares first, because I don't feel like dealing with that. I dealt with it all the way growing up through my adolescence, and it was debilitating. Even as an adult, it's still debilitating when it happens. They're not just regular old dreams. What else about the starseed? You're getting some wish fulfillment happening. We got the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, major blessings coming in. Things are being illuminated. Things are going to start making sense to you. Everything's going to tap into line, and everything's going to, like, all the dots are going to start connecting. Revelations, Spirit saying. You're going to have revelations come over you. Yeah, Page of Wands. Everything that's not working out in your favor right now is supposed to be released. Okay? So hold some mindfulness, hold some stillness, and allow yourself to acknowledge this for yourself and prepare yourself. Right? Now, because of everything falling to shit for them, okay, they're literally having no choice but to end what they're doing. Right? Because what they're doing is making them bitter, and they're recognizing the fact that their magic isn't working. They're realizing that they need to raise their frequency in a higher vibe in order to affect you, or even be in your energy now, because you're rising so high, it's taking them out of your frequency. So as much as they're maybe attracted to your light, you're now getting a higher vibe resistance. You're not getting the lower vibe resistance. Now, the higher vibe resistance is more or less divine, putting you in your places where you need to be. Um, so if something doesn't seem right, but it seems to be falling into place, it doesn't seem like it's alignment, it's probably because the divine is rerouting you, right? So it gives you the indication as to what's going on. What else about the starseed? What do they need to know? Yeah. There's going to be a direct line of connection coming through to the divine, to you, going into the new season, going into um, quite possibly the end of winter for the Northern Hemisphere. And um, yeah, so there's definitely going to be some new gifts, some new abilities, um, some new taps being installed. And by taps, I'm meaning new abilities, new possibilities, new sensitivities. Um, Yeah, those that are just getting to know maybe that they're psychic, or they're a medium, or they have some sort of intuitive gifts, that's only the precursor to the bigger blessing that's coming in. Okay? And the people that have done the work to tap in, to get in touch with, and get to know their gifts we're literally going to be unstoppable. Okay? And yeah, let's just say that much. Yeah. We're rising up, we're closing out these cycles, right? We're learning these lessons finally, and people are pissed. People are pissed they're being left behind. All the karmics, all the handlers, all the hitmen, they're all fighting amongst each other, right? because they're losing. They're losing all the while you're moving on to calmer, you know, you're learning your lessons, you're stepping up, you're stepping beyond all of this drama, right? Yeah, you got a lot of offers coming in. A lot of them are illusions from these stupid ass morons. You're gonna know which one is for you when it comes in because it's going to be in alignment with who you are and what your next steps are. Everything is literally going to make sense when this offer comes in. Okay, and this is a new emotional offer as well. Spirit's saying something about a chosen one and a chosen one. So, as a chosen one, you might be meeting a new counterpart soon. Now, I don't know if you guys have checked out the dragon messages, but the Cosmic Emperor made an appearance as well as the Empress. So there very well could be some sort of a divine union coming into play here. And this divine union, once it comes into line, um, this union is meant to change the world and change the frequency in a way that has been never done before. All right, collective. I don't know who you are. I don't know who this is resonating with, but there's definitely about to be some miracles this season. The good old saying, bringing Christ back into Christmas. There's going to be a huge awakening within the Christ consciousness by the end of the year. I don't know about you, but I've been here for 41 years so far. And over the years, it seems that the holidays that are part of the matrix, the holidays seem to be dwindling in interest. They continuously dwindle in even the advertisements. They're getting a little bit cynical and kind of a joke. And these so called seasons and holidays are losing all meaning. A lot of these holidays have been created and morphed and transmuted into something that they're not. And I find it rather funny that we need an actual day to recognize a particular notion. We need a certain holiday to take a moment to say, I love you. Um, Good luck. Luck of the Irish. Valentine's Day. And there's actually a couple fables or myths about Valentine's Day that is actually quite sinister. The same with um, St. Pat's, St. Patrick's Day, as well as Christmas. So the 41 years of life, I find that the holidays, even Christmas, has lost all meaning. And it's almost as if society in the Matrix has taken the Christ out of Christmas. It's taken the Cupid out of Valentine's Day. It's taken the gratefulness out of Thanksgiving. It's taken the remembrance and honor out of Independence Day and Remembrance Day. It's made absolutely every holiday that we are supposed to follow within the Matrix and celebrate within the Matrix an absolutely laughing stock to the true message that it bestows as a particular holiday. So I think we're coming to a spiritual awakening as to the fact of how beautifully special that we are as individuals, and it all depends on how we show up in that respect. And we're realizing our true essence and the reason why we are here on Mother Earth, on Mother Gaia. And it's basically to help her raise the frequency, bring her back to a healing, peaceful place, and step into a new era of time and existence and consciousness. And this is why we find ourselves in this spiritual war right now. And this is why we have certain things enacting out within the current 3D reality across the world within the war, because it's all crumbling. The current message that the current status quo has, a part of this matrix, is crumbling. And the more you look into it, the more you find that you've all been deceived. And there's been a cloak of illusion and deception put over your eyes. So we are having no other choice but to look within ourselves, heal the pain and the suffering, and take accountability for ourselves and our own action, and step into a new paradigm, which is the age of Aquarius, which is the time of awareness and enlightenment, and the bringer of truth. Come hell or high water, it's coming in like a big, huge wave of consciousness. And it goes in line with a lot of the disclosure that's been happening in the news. It's meant to distract you, but it's also meant to awaken you to the truth of the demise of this current matrix. And this is why the current matrix needs to leave. It needs to be, reborn, needs to be purified. And this is our spiritual war right now. We're currently being purified from the inside out. So that's definitely coming down the pipeline by the end of the year, starting of the new year. I do see a change in the calendar in the next 5 to 6 years as well. The veil is being removed, and we are looking into finding out the actual count, the actual day count, because the day count that we currently have isn't correct. It's not in sync with our current energies and with our current worldview. All right. What am I being called for now? Okay. Voice of Souls. Sure. Why not? All right, Voice of Souls. Let's do a collective. What's going on with the overall energy? I got 59 people in the chat. Thank you for viewing tonight. Thank you for tuning in. What's the overall energy for the collective, Spirit? Divine guides, guards, protectors, ancestors. Is there any messages for the collective? Somebody has regrets. Somebody has major regrets. Like they're almost suffocating. And it's mainly because you lost all respect for them. The respect that you held for this person really kind of kept them going. And now the fact that you lost all respect for this person, mainly because you caught them in lies and deception, um, yeah, they're really feeling it now. They're finding out what they really lost. Meanwhile, they could have did the switcheroo on the table and actually healed with you, but they chose not to. Spirit's saying that there's a message of warning coming in. Okay, pay attention. Yeah, somebody hates you. Somebody hates your guts. Hate is such a strong word, though. Come on. Not that we give a fuck. Anyway, yeah, they hate you, but they need your forgiveness, right? Probably because they're in regret, right? They're trying to face their fears, but they want your forgiveness because they were part of the plan to deceive you, and they found out who you really were, and they know enough with their consciousness that they were lied to, and they don't want to mess with you because they know better. And now they're trying to talk the other ones out of what they're doing. Yeah, they're learning a hard lesson. They're learning a hard lesson. There might be retaliation because they're getting their karma. So they might come at you. They might lash at you. So stay vigilant. Stay aware of your surroundings, chosen ones. Okay, because some people they have no fear left. They've got nothing to lose because everything is crumbling around them. So they're going to try it one last time. But I have a feeling that they're going to come into your reality. They're going to try to find you, right? Now, spirit might be making you bait, okay? Spirit might be making you into a piece of bait because in order for things to really come to fruition and for you to get your justice, sometimes they got to put you in harm's way to some degree. You are going to be divinely protected, okay? Will you get hurt? Depending on your situation, but it will be the catalyst to your freedom. It will be the catalyst to your justice. Understand that, okay? Because they're trying it. They've been trying to cloak themselves. They've been trying to stay in the darkness. They've been trying to stay out of this position where they have to take accountability or out themselves. And they're getting so frustrated that they're going to come forward with rage or they're going to come act out. They're going to throw a tantrum. They're going to do something. And they're going to ask for forgiveness, right? But because you might forgive them, but they're not getting what they want, they're gonna rampage. They're gonna rage. So be ready for it. Some of them don't want to take accountability at all. Yeah, and I get a feeling that their consciousness is actually getting the better of them now. Yeah, because they weren't learning their lesson at all. They're receiving their karma, and spirit's trying to teach them something, but they're not realizing that this is their karma. They're not putting two and two together, right? And this is where they're. I think they're in essence they're overthinking it, right? They don't think that what's happening with them is their karma. So, oppression is quite possibly the situation. What's the deal? Tell me more about the energy. What's the energy for the collective? Is it? Ah, really? Come on. I'll take that one. Yeah, there is no duality in this anymore, right? You guys have totally disconnected from these people. Um, the secrets are coming out. There's not going to be any more loss. So have no more fear. Everything that they projected out to you isn't true. Okay, it's not you at all. Um, everything that they're lying about you, it's not real. It's all fabrication. And they're going to regret every word, right? Because all they're doing is really projecting and they're outing themselves, right? And you've literally got you've got no tears to cry anymore. You've cried all your tears, and you're not confused as to where you're going. You're not confused with who you are, and you're stepping up into this glow period. And there very well could be a reunion with someone that you actually had some sort of connection with. Okay, that very well could be a reunion of. I think that's the chosen and chosen, the divine union that was meant to be from the get go. I think that very well could be coming in. So hold tight and have some patience. Things are going to work out. Now, understand the divine is only going to give you what is meant for you. Okay? If you are not in the frame of mind or whatever to be a bait or to be part of the trap for these karmics, all right, and for these soulless beings, then you will not be put in harm's way. You will be the ones that will be rerouted and relocated, right? To the ones that are still going to be put to stand in place, you very well could be the ones that are going to be brought to the place of being part of the trap, being part of the bait. Now, these are to the ones that actually have Hitman. This is to the ones that have been gang stalked. Um, again, you will be divinely protected. All right? You've lasted this long. The divine has protected you this long. Have no fear. Okay? Because the awakening is here officially. All right. Message of from the angels. What's going on? Message from the angels. All right. Yeah. The chariot. In the reverse, no less. Now, this is to the ones that are not, that they're not moving around right now. They're kind of feeling stuck. You're meant to stand in place for a particular reason because of your vibration. You vibe at a high vibe, and you're needed for that pinpoint. Okay? You very well could be vibing your community. You very well could be vibing your whole city, depending on where you are compared to other to other chosen ones. All right, this is all being divinely orchestrated. So although we might be feeling like a bit of a puppet, all right, it's part of our job working for the divine, right? It's part of our dedication, it's part of our vow, it's part of our surrender, it's part of our sacrifice. So hold that in mind and understand things are being divinely orchestrated. Great sadness. Take time to heal the need to forgive for yourself or others. The three of air. All right. So this is where you're going to witness the betrayal face to face. Okay. So you're going to have to brace yourself. You've been through this before. This is basically outing your enemies. Okay. This is where your enemies are being revealed to you. Okay, this is where you're going to be able to make the necessary reports because they've been in shield, they've been behind the veil, they've been cloaked, right? From allowing, they've been doing all of this work stealthily. It's really the only thing that they got going for them is they've been stealthy in their actions. But they are all being revealed. Your enemies are being revealed to you in this season. For the next 3 months, you're going to know who your enemies are by New Year's. You're going to know. Oh, they're not going to know. They're never going to know. Oh, they're going to know. And to some, you're going to know because they're going to be drained, right? They're not going to have any energy whatsoever. They're going to come into your energy. They're going to come into and be complaining at the fact that they're dead tired and they don't got nothing. They don't got no drive. They've got nothing there to move forward with. No inspiration. And it's because of it. It's because they are dehydrated from a. So just understand that things are working out as they should. All right. Everything that they decided to put on you is falling apart for them. Okay. So if you got people in your vicinity or people that you know of that's complaining that they're just having a shit ass time, everything is falling apart, chances are there's something karmic going on. If they're not being sabotaged and they're just trying to mind their own business and they've got karma, yeah, there's going to be decisions made, right? And the hammer's coming down. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. Okay? These are people that aren't taking accountability and calling truce on their situation, right? They're trying to play the part and it's falling apart at the wayside, right? So all this betrayal, again, is swinging back and smacking them right upside the head. And you're going to see it real time. There is no renewal in this. In these relationships that you need to let go of, there is no renewal. They're not meant for you. They were only a season. They're not here for a reason. Okay? Review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. Nine of Earth. Okay? You need to focus on your own stability, your independence, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. You need to step into your hobbies, your talents, and capitalize on them. Okay, these are the ones that are struggling with money right now. You have talents that you're not using right now, and you could be living off of these talents. This is why these talents have been given to you. You need to put them to work. Seven of Earth. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So, yeah, Spirit's got you sat the fuck down to give you some time to breathe and to just recalibrate your energy and step into that higher vibration. Okay, and if you're having a hard time doing that and you don't have any memories to focus on, make one. Picture yourself 5 years from now living your best life, and what would that look like? Bring yourself to that feeling and hold on to it. 3 of water, a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. The need to have more fun. So you're going to notice your energy is going to start changing. It's going to start lightening up. It's going to be a little bit more free. And this is something to celebrate because the divine is working in its beautiful, miracle-ish way. And yeah, they're getting their karma. And as they get their karma, a lot of this is going to be released because they keep putting pressure on you, right? These karmics. These people, they're throwing you evil eye, they're throwing you negative mojo, magic, black magic, death magic, beauty magic, glamour magic, whatever the hell they're doing, wasting their time, right? And all it does is add a little bit of pressure to let you know that it's happening. It's giving you an indication that it's going on, right? But it's also allowing you to be alerted and your defenses go up at the same time, right? So with this, just hold in place, have patience, and know that things are going to start moving for you. Okay. Now, right now, if you're kind of in this limbo, if spirits got you in a hermit mode, it is crucial that you focus on your healing and focus on your emotions and be working on your triggers to heal them. Right. And the reason why you want to do this is because when these toxic, sadistic motherfuckers come back in your reality, you need the things, the book blueprint that they used to hook you and sink you the first time. They're coming back in to play that same playbook. And it's usually a situation where you're needing to learn these lessons and heal these triggers. So that way, when they come back in, they're thinking that they're coming back into the old you. They're thinking they're coming back into the unhealed you. They think that you're the one wearing this mask of strength and that you're not really grown. You're not really anointed. You're not really in this energy of, uh, of light, let's say. Little do they know it's going to be a majorly rude awakening for them when you just walk away, when you don't give them the time of day, when the validity of their words and their intention have lost all meaning and power over you. And it's because you've healed those triggers that they used to hook you and sink you. You will literally leave them shook by not reacting to their stupid ass bullshit. You're going to leave them shook because just because you're just that special, collective. You're just that filled with light. You are just that amazing. Okay? We were here, we were brought here for a particular purpose, and we all have a mission. And that mission is divinely guided, guarded, and protected. All the shit that we've went through, all the turmoil, all the chaos, all uh, the list goes on. Okay? All the whatever that's happened has brought us to a new understanding. Okay? And that's why it was there to begin with, to bring us this new understanding. And nothing more, nothing less. Our story will be our story will be our success story. How we overcome it all, it's going to be our success story. It's going to be our reason to keep going. But it's up to us to keep going, despite it all. Surrendering to the divine, understanding that the divine's got us. The divine gives us life, right? We have no reason to question it. It makes our heart beat. It provides us the oxygen that we need. Our exhale replenishes the trees that give us oxygen. It's a cycle of life that is so interconnected and beautiful. It speaks for itself in the whispers of the trees and the leaves. It speaks for itself with the sunsets and sunrises. It speaks for itself from the song of the birds in the morning. The magic in life that Gaia, Mother Gaia, has for us, the healing, the wisdom, the honor, the love, the unconditional love that she gives us, that she provides us, the strength, the nurturing, giving us the ability and the consciousness to build something substantial. Our whole meaning is more substantial than we can even wrap our head around to some degree. But we are the warriors of the earth. We are the keepers of Mother Gaia. We are the caretakers. And this is why we were built and made in the divine's image, because we have purpose, we have reason, and that's all part of our destiny. So taking the time out to heal and to step into your power is paramount to the new world, right? Releasing the ego and accepting our spiritual inheritance for what it is. Fulfilling our wish fulfillments and our master manifestors to manifest our best life. It is in our destiny to do so. Pardon me, being sensitive to the current energy, being artistic and creative, using our intuition as we go. There's going to be people there that are going to fight us, that are going to question us, right? That are going to be sly and sneaky, that are going to make us question the whole reason why we're here. But if they can't wrap around our answer, that's not our problem. They can't wrap their head around the possibilities, it's not our problem. Okay? And if people are going to come up to you and question the validity of who you are, and they don't want to take a moment to sit and listen, even just for a moment, there's no purpose of even entertaining that. If they're just going to misunderstand you on purpose, it's not meant for you. It's not your job. So focus on what's important, right? Everything that they don't want to believe is going to be their awakening. Okay? It's going to be their awakening. And it'll happen at their own time. But for some, it's going to happen to a point where it'll be too late for them. And they'll only have their own self to blame. Right? To thine own self be true. Now I'm getting the Fancy song by Reba McEntire. I got that song kind of coming through my head right now. If you know the story behind it. Give me one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Do, 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 do. That was the last time I saw my mama after I left that rickety shack. 2 weeks later, I was born. Do, 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 do. Didn't have money for food or Mama left and had a last penny hand to buy me a dancing dress. It was red, velvet cream, and it felt me good. Yeah. All the deception, all the lies, all the deceit, all the crazy shit, it's all coming to light. Everything is going to make sense. Everything is going to fall into place. The revelations, the epiphanies, the intuitions, the downloads. The next couple months is going to be a little overwhelming, collective. So you just really need to stay strong. Okay. The disclosure coming out in the the news is going to be a little bit overwhelming as well in the next month or so. But it's only going to be part of the awakening to awaken the masses. All right. You're going to start to see a change in the overall news that's going to be on, right? Um, and I think it has a lot to do with Thanksgiving. It has a lot to do with Independence Day and Remembrance Day. Um, it has a lot to do with that. It has a lot to do with the awakening. It has a lot to do with this pending World War III. Um, and it's a bit of a tit for tat right now with the World War right now. It's a bit of a tit for tat. And I think the Christ consciousness or source consciousness is going to be embedded within these people's minds. And I hope for our sake things kind of calm down because there's a couple hotheads out there that are playing with fire at this moment. And one in particular power in the world is being very respectable about humanity. Okay, they are biting their tongue, and I I send them no I send them no harm. I send them no pain. I send them no misunderstandings, and I stand with them. You know, they want to protect their own country. I granted, I get it. They want to protect their own country. They have every right to protect their own country. And for people to make them out to look like something that they're not, let's just say the truth is going to be coming out and they're going to be gaining their respect again around the world because of their compassion. There's certain disclosure coming out about certain people within the current governments that is going to blow your mind. And I have a feeling it's going to put in a reform as to who we actually have going into power going further. There's going to be a reform, there's going to be a restructuring because the current values don't hold enough weight with the current status quo. So I think they're going to be bringing in some sort of other credentials in order to be become a leader. Because the old paradigm, the old matrix is falling apart. It's crumbling. They're all running scared. It's imploding from the inside. It's literally going to be unstoppable. So Um, yeah, okay, I'll talk about it. So I'm going to be starting a new podcast. It's like a video log slash podcast where I'm going to be going into some sort of conspiracy theories, some myths, some fables. We're going to talk about dragons. We're going to talk about magic. We're going to talk about the divine. We're going to talk about different gifts. We're going to talk about a bunch of different things, and I'm going to have uh, different guests come on. And it's called the Rabbit Hole Podcast. All right. So you might want to tune in for that. It's going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm kind of excited. Um, yeah, come on and jump on down the rabbit hole. Let's go on a little adventure. Now, I'm not going to say that a lot of this stuff is going to be legitimate. I'm going to say that we're going to ponder, we're going to wonder, we're going to, use our imagination, use our creativity. We're going to, try to get those abilities back online again, right? Because our manifestations will come to fruition that much better if we get our creativity moving again, right? So that's definitely a thing. So having a little bit of a podcast to go on little adventures and explore that, I think that'd be cool. So I'm looking to have some special guests on. If you have a topic that you'd like to talk about and you want to be a special guest, I think there's an email somewhere in there in the description box. Send me an idea. You can use when I have um, the pre-order discount on with Hipsy. There's also a Take the Wheel Collective, and you can use that form. It's absolutely free to enter in an idea for the show. Hey Diana, if you want to reach out to my inbox, to my to my inbox, Facebook or Instagram about your ideas, we can talk about it. Welcome in there, Laura. Hmm. Am I called for another collective or what? Spirit says that's it for the night. I'm like, okay, I'm good with that. I've been going 145 minutes anyway. I'm still sitting here chit chatting with you guys. You can always just push rewind, Laura. Aw, thanks, Rev. Little bee, stay strong, my dear. Thank you for showing up, everybody. It's been a very eventful night. 52 in the chat, 57 likes. I appreciate all your support. Go ahead and check out the dragon message. Pick a pile and check that out too if you got a minute. I'll be back here tomorrow night for maybe a Sunday sermon. Maybe we'll talk divine and karmic relationships tomorrow. If you'd like to be part of that, you can tune in. Hey, Stu, I'd stay away from the whole lot of it. So, thank you so much, guys and gals, and beautiful people, beautiful souls, for joining me tonight. If you feel like you want to donate to the channel, you can do so. And it's all greatly appreciated. I thank you so much for your time tonight. Please, if you can't be good at it, at least be good to yourself. So that way you can be good to others. All right? To the ones that matter, to the ones that love you, the ones that are wanting the equal give and take, that aren't trying to dehydrate you from your energy, right? So continue drinking water, and if you're not drinking water, be drinking coffee because it seems to be the octane of the day. Um, yeah, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for showing up, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Have a good evening.